This was written by our very own Lynette Carpenter. So it says, I looked around the room that day, well aware that I was in the presence of greatness. The children of the king had gathered to celebrate his goodness, the birth of his son, each one bringing their very best gift to him. When the news first came, I had known instantly what I would give in the honor of the Messiah's birth. My most prized possession was the drum, a drum I'd been given by the king many years before. I knew the king loved to watch me play, and I couldn't contain the joy I felt inside each time I held my gift in my hands. I loved how it transported to a place where I could play the music hidden in my soul. The deep tones of a tuba interrupted my thoughts, and I turned to watch another musician preparing to play the music before him. His song came out loud and strong, certainly more impressive than the tap, tap, tap of my little drum. I moved to the other side of the room where I could practice in peace. Taking a deep breath, I pretended I was there, ready to present this gift of mine to the king. I could feel the music in my spirit. Never had I felt more content and love. The king would be so pleased. But again, my music was overshadowed by the sound of one playing his guitar. His music rang out, each note steady and sure. It was beautiful, really beautiful. I stopped and looked around. All around me there were musicians, each lost in a world of their own. Many had their eyes closed as they practiced the song they would present to the king. And I knew in that horrible, awful moment that I could never compete with all the talent around me. Several looked my way and I ducked my head. The drum I had held so proudly looked shabby and old in comparison to the shiny, beautiful instruments the other had held. What did I have to offer the king? Feeling stupid and small, I wondered what to do. I noticed the organ in the back of the room, so setting my drum aside, I settled on the bench, lifted my fingers, and began to play. The sound that came out was like nothing I'd ever heard before. It was horrible, and I was horrible. The gifts would be given to the king soon. He had given so much to me, and I had so longed to give him something in return. But here now, I felt foolish about my excitement to play my drum for him. I was nothing like his other children with all their talents and abilities. How silly I had been to think I had something of value to offer the king. I searched for the nearest exit. I needed to leave. I felt embarrassed and alone, and in my self-inflicted shame, I chose to give him nothing. But as I opened the door to leave, a hand reached out. Where are you going? A voice asked. The music is about to begin. It was the tuba player I had seen earlier. Near the front, a man stepped onto the platform and called us to attention. Then, with a flick of his wrist, he began directing the musicians into a song unlike nothing I had ever heard before. The tuba joined harmonies with the organ, the guitar, the trumpet, and the harp. All over the room, each person played together, creating the most beautiful music. The director nodded at me, and I knew it was time. Lifting my sticks, I played my part to the best of my ability, and as I played, I understood. My gift for the king was this very thing. I wasn't called to play the tuba, the organ, the harp, or the trumpet. I was called to play this drum. Small, old, and worn out as it was, it was my part to play, and no one could play it like I could. How ironic, I thought. The very gift the king had given me was in essence my gift back to him. And so I played my song for the king with more passion and love than I had ever played before, and I knew that it would bring him joy.